Thanks for joining me today at InvestorIdeas.com, Cleantech and Climate Change podcast, looking at today's problems and solutions for the future. I'm your host, Dawn Van Zandt, founder of InvestorIdeas.com, and hoping to share our way of making a difference in climate change. Good morning and welcome to the Cleantech and Climate Change podcast. Today we're talking about the growth story of the EV market and how it continues in spite of recent concerns expressed by Elon Musk in his earnings call, discussing both the economy and the market in China, noting China is experiencing a recession of sorts. On Monday, Tesla announced price cuts to the Model 3 and Model Y electric cars in China, and stocks like NIO, trading on the NYSE, NIO, fell, but the drop was very short-lived and the sector is still driving forward with impressive global expansion. Mullen Automotive, trading on the Nasdaq, MULN, an emerging electric vehicle manufacturer, announced earlier this week it has secured exclusive sales, distribution, and branding rights to the new compact urban delivery electric vehicle, the iGo, which is fully EU standard and certified for sale in European markets. Perfect for urban European markets, the iGo bridges the gap between the growing demand for quick deliveries and space constraints found throughout the dense cities of Europe. There is a very high demand for ready-to-go market urban delivery vehicles in Europe. The company has seized the opportunity to extend its branding and marketing reach to the European market through its partnership with the manufacturers of the iGo. The Mullen iGo, intended for companies focusing on last-mile deliveries, is based on a 96-inch wheelbase, a 16.5 kilowatt-hour battery pack, rear-wheel drive, and a curb weight of 1,753 pounds. With a range of 124 miles, according to NEDC estimate, the vehicle can easily handle the stop-go, weave in and out typical of narrow European urban streets. The iGo was built with the intention to get the customer's door faster while all decreasing pollution and congestion levels across Europe. The iGo will have a starting price of $11,999 plus VAT, and local transportation will be retailed and serviced throughout local European distributors. The iGo will join Mullen's current commercial vehicle lineup, which includes Class 1 and 2 EV cargo vans. Mullen recently made a majority acquisition of Bollinger Motors, whose portfolio includes Class 3 through Class 6 commercial vehicles. In addition to securing the exclusive sales, distribution, and branding rights for the iGo for Spain, France, Germany, and UK and Ireland, the company entered into an asset purchase agreement to acquire all the assets of Electric Last Mile Solutions and Electric Last Mile ELMS from the EMLS bankruptcy estates. General Motors, trading on the NYSE, reported third-quarter results this week, and in the GM chair and CEO letter to shareholders, she reported, "We earned more than 8% of the U.S. electric vehicle market in the third quarter thanks to record sales of the Chevy Bolt EV and the Bolt EUV. Our dealers and customers have embraced the Bolt because of its range, technology, and value, helping it outsell Ford's Mach-E by more than 2-to-1 in September. The Chevrolet Equinox EV and the GMC Sierra EV that we revealed in recent weeks, along with the Chevrolet Silverado EV and Blazer EV, cornerstones of our strategy to rapidly grow EV volumes by winning in high-volume segments. They have all been incredibly well received by customers and industry experts who see them driving rapid EV adoption and conquest sales for GM, including its coastal market. The Chevrolet Bolt EV and Bolt EUV will continue to play an important role too. We're increasing production from 44,000 units this year to 70,000 units next year, and we will leverage our industry-leading loyalty to move these customers into our new EVs for the next purchase." Lucid Group, trading on the Nasdaq LCID with the longest range, fastest charging electric car in the market, announced the opening of its first studio in the Middle East, located in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The luxury retail space will invite customers to experience the brand and its products. With a direct-to-consumer model, every Lucid studio will offer a digitally oriented premium experience tailored to each customer's preferences, whether they visit in person, make inquiries entirely online, or combine the two. The launch of our first studio in the Middle East marks yet another step forward for Lucid's mission to inspire the adoption of sustainable energy on a global scale, and I'm delighted that this brand new studio is set up here in Saudi Arabia, said the Lucid CEO and CTO. Saudi Arabia recognizes the seismic transition towards automobile electrification, and it looks to the future to secure a better world for generations to come with Saudi Vision 2030. Lucid Studio will allow customers to fully experience the brand and gain information about its products in a location that underscores the company's unique design aesthetic. Exploring Lucid Studio, visitors will get a vision of how the company draws inspiration from the beauty, innovation, and diversity of its home in the state of California. Other big news in the sector: last Friday, BMW Group announced a $1.7 billion U.S. investment to build electric vehicles in the U.S., and of the total, $1 billion will be to prepare for the production of electric vehicles at the company's existing U.S. manufacturing facility in South Carolina, and $700 million will be to build a new high-voltage battery assembly facility near Woodruff, South Carolina. By 2030, BMW Group will build at least 6 fully electric models in the U.S., and the new facility will encompass over 1 million square feet and produce next-generation batteries for the electric vehicle market. Around 300 new jobs will be created on site. That's it for today. Do something great for this beautiful planet each and every day. To hear more Cleantech podcasts, visit the Cleantech and Climate Change page on Investor Ideas. You can find it on our top template. Also, Investor Ideas has a lineup of other podcasts and themes, including the AII, the Crypto Corner, our cannabis podcast called Cannabis News and Stocks on the Move, rated one of the top investor podcasts in the sector, Play by Play, a podcast looking at sports and esports news, and Exploring Mining. To listen to any of our podcasts, visit our podcast page on Investor Ideas at investorideas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can hear our podcasts on Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Google Play Music, and most audio platforms available to you. If you like any of our podcasts, we would appreciate you recommending them or reviewing them on your audio platform. And to help you follow and track clean tech and renewable energy stocks, Investor Ideas has created a directory of publicly traded stocks in the sector. You can find that by going to our homepage, looking on the sidebar and looking at renewable energy and environmental themes, and you'll find our stock directories there. Investor Ideas does remind all of investors to read our disclaimers and disclosures on our site. You can find them at investorideas.com/about-disclaimer.asp. It is important to read these. And this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products or services or securities. Investors are reminded that all investment involves risk and a possible loss of investment. Thank you again and have a great day. For disclosure purposes, this podcast and article featured MULN is a paid-for service on Investor Ideas. Please read our disclaimer and disclosure.